good. Do you have water?
Yes, I have water. I don't think it's...
What happened? Did you...
I don't know.
Seriously?
Okay, I got this.
Yeah, you got this.
Okay.
You can't do this right now.
Is it because
There you go. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Oh, Squeaky here. Squeaky's got this. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Riding Cars with Cars. I'm Matt Carr, and this is Squeaky.
Hi, everybody. I'm Michelle Carr.
And I'm Matt Carr.
And this is Riding in Cars with Cars. We are the Carre Group of Redline Real Estate, and we are all about real estate with real purpose. And our real purpose is to connect you with your community using things like this show.
And sometimes we have to do it with a little squeaky voice, too.
Sometimes. I'm sorry about my voice, friends. I will try not to talk that much. So, Matt, who's coming in the car?
Well, today we have Jack and Sean Hunter. Last week, Jack unveiled the very first outside chapter of the ones in Ontario. It's called Cuddles for Cancer. And they make blankets for people going through cancer, for first responders, for veterans. It's just a fabulous little organization that this girl started out in Ontario. Jack has befriended her, and I'm just so impressed from what I saw last week, and we just can't wait to get these guys in the car and talk more about it.
And he's 11. I don't know if we said that. He's 11, and this is what he's doing. So I can't wait to hear all about it. Let's get him in the car.
Jack and Sean Hunter, Cuddles for Cancer. Welcome to the car.
Thank you.
Fantastic to have you guys. Jack, I told your dad the other day when I saw you guys last week, you had to wear your matching outfits.
Yeah.
Little mini me for Sean back there. Had to be done. You guys look spectacular.
So, Jack, you have just started up the Airdrie chapter of Cuddles for Cancer. Why don't you tell us a little bit first about what that is, and then how you all got started with this?
Well, so the person who made this is Faith Dickinson. She's 17 right now. And she created this in Lakefield, Ontario when she was 9. Her aunt got stage 4 breast cancer. And she decided to make a fleece tie blanket for her. And when she got it, her aunt sent her like a message or something saying thank you because it was so cold during chemo.
And so from there, the program, like what she has done has been incredible. She's made something like, is it 5,000 blankets?
Yes, over 5,000 blankets and sent over to like 40 countries.
And I also saw in the video, she was talking with the princesses. The princesses.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
So,
is that right? Is that a word? Princesses?
Princess
Princess I.
Yeah.
Harry and Andrew, the other one.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's won the Diana Award, won the Legacy Award, so it's 20 of the Diana Award winners get picked to be mentored by the Diana Group. And also she went to the royal wedding, which is pretty cool, I think.
Really?
Very cool. She was all over all the TV channels getting interviews. One of the only youth and only Canadians to go. Yeah, pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Good for her. And what is the Diana Award? Obviously, it's after Princess Di.
It's basically just an award that kids get if they have done something like in their community. So, like Faith, she made Cuddles for Cancer, and she was only a kid back then.
Yeah.
And she still is.
I was going to say she's 17. She's a kid to us, Jack.
Yeah. She was looking to expand, and she wanted to expand Airdrie because we have so much like similarities. Like when I was like 5, right, when I donated my hair.
Your first one,
yeah.
Yeah, so I donated my hair twice.
Now, wait a second. I want to go back to that because you grew your hair for how long?
A long
3
time.
years.
3 years.
Yeah, it's very challenging for Mom and I.
No kidding. No kidding.
And I remember your mom telling me this story. She said Jack came home and said he wants to do this, so he started growing his hair. And so you did that all on your own. So obviously you have why did you do that with your hair in the first place?
Well, in kindergarten at my first school, there was like that opening assembly that you always have when you go to school. Like, there's always that assembly at the beginning of the year, and at the beginning of the year, they were recognizing a student for donating his hair, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. I want to do that. And so 3 years is what you said, right, Dad?
Yeah.
So 3 years pass. I did it. It was really challenging for me, too, because I didn't really like to brush my hair. It was always tangled, and then whenever I did brush my hair, it like pulled out a bunch.
Yeah.
Plus,
Welcome to my world.
yeah. So they have a drop-in center, and the drop-in center is where people can go and make blankets. Am I correct in that?
Yes, you are.
The seniors come in, or different groups come in, and they see on the board we need to make 3 boy blankets, 2 girl, a veterans blanket, and they just get to work.
Wow.
And it's more community building. Community comes in, different groups, and they put it all together. So it's really kind of win-win all around.
Yeah.
And the other thing I found very odd was fleece blankets are actually made from recycled pop bottles. So environmentally speaking, it's also a win.
Fantastic.
That's great.
Fantastic.
So, Jack, what's your plans as far as creating a space for that to happen in Airdrie?
Well, first we're just gonna start in our basement or community events because we don't have a drop-in center yet, so we're just gonna kind of do it how Faith did her first few years. We're gonna do it in our basement, have a couple of community events. We have a campground. We don't have it, like we're in the campground, and there's this nice little space in the barn where we made 2 blankets this weekend.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So I understand you guys actually have an example of one
We
of
do.
these blankets. Can we check that out?
You bet.
So this is the blanket. It is so cozy and beautiful. So Jack, tell us about how these are made and the significance of this beautiful blanket.
Well, they're just fleece tie blankets, so you lay a pattern and a solid color together, and you trim the edges, and then you just cut strips, and then you tie one loose and one tight, and then that's it. There's no sewing involved.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you're saying someone like me could even get this made?
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy peasy. So Faith's dad tied hundreds of these watching Sportsnet at night because they were all made and ready, and he just would tie them while he was watching the highlights.
Wow,
Nice.
just kind of turn,
Yeah.
keep tying. That's great.
Awesome.
So what's the significance of this particular blanket?
That is our veterans blanket, and our first campaign is Sponsor Soldier. So we will make those blankets, send them overseas or to here, where a soldier veteran is suffering from PTSD or injured. But people will donate $100 to sponsor a soldier. So that $100 will go to making a blanket, and the sponsor's name will be on it. So we have these cards, and it says this blanket was made by whoever, and I'm pretty sure that the sponsor's name goes on there. We haven't done this campaign yet, but it should go there.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Jack, I like Canada and stuff. Can I get this blanket?
Are you a veteran?
I'm not.
Then you can.
Right? These are very special.
Yeah.
So they're all
Awesome.
these specific Canada flag ones, or Canadian Maple Leaf, I should say,
Yeah.
are going only to veterans.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's really cool. Really special.
And is that part of the reason why you did your grand opening at the Legion?
Yes. The only reason why we actually got the Legion is because of Faith. It's really kind of a funny story. So she went to meet with Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister, and he wanted the veterans blanket, and she was like, "No, you can't have it."
He was not a veteran.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So when we were looking for space, we told that story at the Legion, and at that point the lady said, I'll come in on my day off in the morning and you guys can get this place free of charge. This girl sounds amazing.
That's fantastic.
Fantastic.
I love it. I love it.
Sean, we've known each other for a number of years. We're comfortable in our own skins. We're both criers.
Yep.
We'll admit it now. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm probably going to cry as I ask you the question. You're probably going to cry as you answer it. Talk about your son.
Oh my God. Yeah, that'll make me cry. But
And how proud you are of what he's accomplishing right now.
he has amazed me since the beginning, with the donating the hair and just, he never really told us why. Never told us a story about that he heard something. He just said it was something he wanted to do. He wanted to give back. We tried to talk him out of this, actually. For 3 weeks, we said, this is a huge commitment. You're 11 years old. This is a not-for-profit. It's like a business. And there was just no stopping him. And basically, it's not about fame or fortune. It's about the caring and the giving back and bringing the community together to make these and the different groups. He already knew exactly who he could count on out of his friends to help support him. And when we realized that we couldn't change his mind, it was, okay, we're behind you 110%, and let's go with it.
Wow.
Mini-me.
So, Jack, why did you personally want to get involved with this Cuddles for Cancer?
Well, I feel like we have a lot of similarities. Like you guys already know, when she was 9, her aunt...
Faith, correct?
Yes, Faith.
Right.
When she was 9, her aunt got stage 4 breast cancer. But when I was 9, that guy right there, he got cancer too. So it's just a really great thing what she's doing, and I don't like cancer. It's not a good thing.
No. But Jack, it's a really great thing what you're doing too.
Thank you.
And let's just say this, Sean, how are you today?
Yes.
Well, I have an appointment at the end of the month to see if I'm 2 years cancer-free, which I will be.
Nice.
And I am 2 years into a 5-year chemo treatment, which is actually just an oral pill I take once a day. And given the options, I'll take it any day. It's got some side effects, but I'm here, so that's
Exactly. Sean, how do people get involved with Cuddles for Cancer, the Airdrie chapter? How do they donate? What can the public do?
Well, we're just slowly ramping up right now, but in terms of fundraising and donations, we accept cash, check, and e-transfers to cuddlesforcancer@hotmail.com. There is a Facebook page, Cuddles for Cancer, as well, and you'll see it's a little teddy bear getting a little hug, and then Faith and a picture of her and the princes are on her Facebook page. You can always drop by and see me at Airdrie Shoe Repair, but until we get a location, that's kind of where we're at the moment. And then in terms of labor, that's the next step, and basically some things that might happen is a corporation might come and say, hey, we want our staff to make a blanket for a team builder event, and we'll use their location. We're thinking we'll probably have some blanket parties in our basement, and we haven't approached the Legion yet, but because they're such a great sponsor and supporter of ours, we were really going to try and drive the Friday night steak nights and then turn it into steak and drinks and then make a blanket afterwards.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
Very nice.
Hopefully we can do something like that.
And then if people want to put somebody forward to get a blanket themselves, same place?
Yep. Right now, exactly that. Just requests through us. We've had some through Jack at school. We've had some through my wife at work. Just come visit us. And Carmen's at RBC at Kings Heights.
Okay.
And I'm at Airdrie Shoe Repair. And
I'm at school.
Jack's at school.
Perfect.
And Sean, I just want to say one thing.
Sure.
I'm mad at you.
Okay.
I set up earlier.
Wow.
We're both criers. And then I was the only one that cried. You nailed it, man. You nailed it.
Yeah, a little bit of a gut punch to get myself to focus.
All right.
Fair enough. I'll stop being mad at you then.
This is amazing what you guys are doing. Jack, I love your heart at such a young age, so giving. It's incredible. And it's some tough topics,
Yeah.
People with cancer, people with PTSD, and all sorts of things. It can be heavy. And I think we should lighten it up a bit and have a bit of fun. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. I feel like I need my sonnies.
This is the white coat, Michelle fight for that white coat. This one for them good girls and good girls. Play masterpiece. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Santa Roll. Gotta kiss himself, so pretty.
Oh, 2 hands. Jack and Big Me. He's supposed to be
Yeah.
Little Me, but yeah, Big Me. I just want to thank you guys for being in the car with us today. Jack, I can't thank you enough for what you're bringing to the city of Airdrie. I'm not your dad, but I am so incredibly proud of you. I know the guy in the back is incredibly proud of you. I know your mom and your sister are incredibly proud of you. I hope you're proud of yourself.
I am.
Good for you.
Good. Glad to hear that. I think it's important that people are proud of their own accomplishments too.
Yep.
So that's awesome, Jack.
And thank you very much for having us today.
No, you're welcome. You're more than welcome. This is fantastic.
Thank you.